On today's episode of The Game Chasers.
Hey, look, it just tells me that there's video game stuff here.
Mr. T, first of all, wanted a video game that I had.
Yeah, you can put your game in here and then just heat it up.
There's a Super Nintendo kiosk. Son of a bitch. Have we discovered a new Mandela effect on this show? That's crazy.
Melvin likes to walk fart. Every step.
It was one summer afternoon, so there was no school, but me and my mom were in the living room, and yeah, in the backyard, some dude just looking into the window at us. Yeah, my mom just goes, what? My mom bolts to the shot, get the shotgun, rolls up in, you know, ready to, he's gone, but my bike that was out in the front yard was gone, so this dude, yeah, this is some dude broke into our backyard and then took my bike. I was very mad, man.
His getaway was your bike?
It was my bike. So we got nothing better to do on a weekday afternoon than just cruise the town in a small rednecky town, looking for video games and pawn shops and whatever else we can find.
3,000 years ago, since we actually went out looking for video games. So we run across a pawn shop right here.
So as soon as we go into this place, it's evident that it's not so much a pawn shop, it's more of an antique store. And antique stores are different. That was good.
Antique stores tend to be a little, you know, they sell older stuff, antiques, if you will. Pawn shops is usually a little more current stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna look around, but I think I might get that. $5
Each?
Yeah, let's see. 1993. I mean, I actually really like going to antique stores because you're gonna find just the most obscure random stuff. It really is just like a treasure hunt. The only issue is that, well, the people that are selling this stuff usually know that they actually have something. So more than likely, you're not going to find a deal on anything. It's usually going to be what it goes for, or even a lot of times above what it goes for. What is this, a cricket made out of a spark plug? So, hey, never knew you were gonna need this until you see it and need it. I don't need it though.
Depending on where you are, an antique store can be a treasure trove of just like the countryest, redneckest, hillbilly stuff.
Some pretty good stuff going on in here. I think they're a little expensive on their records here. Well, let's guess an antique store, right? A little Grand Funk. I think I might call that the greatest record cover ever.
Might be. Video games.
Now here's something I might be interested in Atomic Purple Nintendo 64 bundle. This is complete in box that we know of. I don't have, you know, X-ray vision. I can't see through it. But they want 200 on this.
I don't know what they're going on because that's the Atomic Purple.
Yeah.
So. Now this is the Atomic Purple edition N64. It's just the regular black console, but it came with a second extra controller, which happened to be Atomic Purple.
Looking at 211 complete.
This thing seems to be in the $200 range. It could go for more, it could go for less, and in these situations, it usually comes down to the condition of the box.
I kind of want it, but I don't really want the price. I'm a little torn.
While the box isn't in terrible condition, I do feel like 170 is probably a more fair price. Kind of calling me a little bit, but I think I'm gonna pass. I'd much rather spend that $200 on something I want a lot more than an N64 console.
It has a complete at 211.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for someone else to find.
If this thing was like $5, I'd pick it up in a heartbeat, because like, why not at that point? Why not at that point? For a purple controller, this would be pretty good. $20. The problem is it's obviously cracked it. But if this was in really good condition at $20, yeah. So right underneath the N64, I look down and I see a uforce, and I have never run across a uforce out in the wild like this before. So this is uforce. What it is a controller that uses infrared panels to detect your hand movements, and essentially that's how you control the game. I have never personally used one myself because I've never had one. I can't imagine that it works worth a damn. It doesn't have the handle. Now it says tested and working. Take it for what it is. I mean, who knows if they're being truthful, but it is missing a device that kind of goes on top, and you can use that. I don't think it's not necessary.
For Nintendo. uforce. uforce. Nothing but you, and the game. With the uforce power field, nothing comes between you and the game. uforce.
But I am intrigued because it's one of those really weird oddities that existed in gaming history, and it's only $30. They only have a $30 price tag on it. Seems like this would probably go for a lot more if it was at a convention or something like that, or a video game store. So I think I'm kind of interested in this.
Rocket stuff.
Oh, there's NES.
All right, so we actually come across some Nintendo games here.
Sky Shark. Now these video games, they're priced accordingly. Definitely no deals. And I have them all. So we go around the corner and find another stack of even better NES games.
That's a really good game.
The first one I see is Turtles 3, and oh, damn, Turtles 3. I just could not wait for Turtles 3 to come out because I just fresh off the arcade game, loved that, had that NES game, and then Turtles 3 was coming out.
3's not bad. Does it make a top 100 list? Nah, I don't know, maybe. It might squeak in there in the high 80s, low 90s, maybe. We'll see.
And it was something to keep me tied over until Turtles 4 came out, because Nintendo Power was promoting the fact that Turtles 3 and Turtles 4 were in the works. And so Turtles 3 came out first, and we rented it. I loved it.
$50 for Turtles? Me.
Not all right.
These are definitely not $2 games, but they're great games. I mean, Turtles, Zelda, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is not only one of the best sports games on the console, it's one of the best games on the console, period.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is definitely one of those games that I didn't really get into until I started collecting, and I'm like, man, I missed out. This game is great. I suck at it. I wouldn't even do 100 for all three of them. Look at that. That's 90. That's 130. That's crazy. Well, I don't know. Is that what they go for nowadays?
I think 40's retail on Zelda.
Is it?
Punch-Out might be a little high, but I mean,
So this is what
I
they
could look.
Your eyes light up when you see these type of games sitting around. And when you pick them up, you just hope, you always hope, if you have them or not, you always hope that they're a couple of bucks.
If I was like a casual collector and just wanted to get what I wanted to play, I might consider, maybe the Zelda or the Mike Tyson if I didn't have it at this price. And I really wanted to play that game.
So I see a sticker shock of 40.
Definitely miss those days when the Zelda would have been $10 at a joint like this.
I mean, I have it. I have no reason to get it, but 40.
That's the thing, though. You're right. We'd have been complaining about the $10 then. Now we're like, be nice to find this for $10. You're never happy, right? What's really neat about antique stores is you come across the most random of things, and usually it can span from like 60s to the 90s and everything in between there.
Got the Batman Mac the Knight. I'm gonna go ahead and get this Mac the Knight.
A random Mac Tonight cup from McDonald's. It was a singing moon, and kind of named after Mac the Knife, the song Mac the Knife, which was about Jack the Ripper, but You're not here for a history lesson?
Where else are you gonna find a Mac Tonight? I always thought it was Mac the Night, but no, it's Mac Tonight.
Somebody's gotta buy them.
Kingsley actually wants it. Am I remembering it wrong, or did the timeline change? 'Cause I swear it was Mac the Night. It was Mac the Night, and now for some reason it's Mac Tonight. Have we discovered a new Mandela effect on this show? Is it possible? Yeah, I think so. But apparently, no, it's Mac Tonight. I'm looking at all the stuff, and it's Mac Tonight. But this whole time, I thought it was Mac... No. No, it's Mac Tonight. We have a YouTube show where we go and pick up childish things because we're big children.
This guy, I think he saw us filming, and he was like, hey, why don't you come check out my stuff in the back room over here?
Is this the one you said you had that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm worried I'm gonna have to go into a back alley and blow him or something.
Whoa. Is any of this stuff for sale?
Man, everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale. I like that. This guy has a bunch of weird stuff.
Yes, I found this, man. Still in the package and everything.
What is it?
It's Darth Vader Dawn Post. Helmet, maybe two.
It's a very eclectic mix of things.
Yeah, he does.
Wow. What year was that made?
82. I guess he started doing like the 60s, man. Some of the first ones, the masks he did in the 60s and stuff. We do have some.
Have you priced that?
About $250.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, you can put your opium in here and then just heat it up.
I just got some creepy stuff in here. Like everything in here, it's creepy. Even the McDonald's stuff that's supposed to be happy, for some reason, it looks creepy too.
It's a reusable lunch bag, I think.
Interesting.
Interesting. This dude is showing me essentially what is a McDonald's lunchbox, except it's like a paper sack. Didn't even know anything like this existed, but I gotta be honest, there's probably a ton of McDonald's stuff that I don't know is out there and I don't know existed.
What do you got on this?
Probably 30.
Interesting.
And of course, they're gonna bring out a Ouija board. I don't mess with Ouija boards.
That's the one that has the Disney.
The tray.
The Disney.
I mean, if I had to summon somebody, I guess it would be Mr. T, because he's awesome.
What would I do if Mr. T was shopping at the same antique store? I'd probably be like, yo, you're Mr. T, what's up? I don't know, like, what do you do?
He's not dead though.
I don't know. I don't know how I'd react to that. Like, the fact that Mr. T, first of all, wanted a video game that I had, and just had the balls to just be like, give me the game, fool.
And the kid can fight those commie mutants from space. 'Cause they're out there.
Reissue All-Striker or a Cobra Hiss.
Wasn't those like the 25?
I think so. We'll go 25 or 30.
What happened? What happened?
Well, I smelt the trap that you set for Jay.
Man, the amount of times that we've been in public and somebody, usually Billy, but somebody just lets one rip, they just laugh, they just giggle. So when they're giggling, you start giggling. It's with the intent for someone to hear it. Because I think some of these have been forced, and you can tell. You can actually hear the asshole ripping. They're trying so hard.
I just can't understand the no restraint. The like, I'm not even gonna try to hide it. I just let it go. Like, "Rrr."
Granny, you're just trying to scare me.
You know what's the best thing? When someone else does hear it, and they're like trying to look around and try to figure. figure out where it came from, and they
Like some
can't.
random person.
Yes.
Some random person.
What's funny is sometimes we'll separate whenever we go into a store, right? And I would hear it on the other end of the store, and I'm like, that's Billy. And I usually go find him so he can see me laughing, so he knows that I heard him do it.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. Like, I didn't used to do that. It wasn't till Melvor.
You know who? Melvor's another one, dude. He's so bad. He is so bad. He don't care. He will just fart it anywhere. He'll just fart anywhere. Oh my gosh. Oh. Melvor likes to walk fart. Every step.
It's just the way game chasing go.
It's like they ate paint chips as a kid and then ate them again in their 20s.
Damn it.
Did it taste any kind of way?
Luckily, I had my mouth closed.
I got my night planned. I'm gonna play some Super Mario Brothers with my hands. That'll be a first time ever. I'm gonna mac the night away in my new cup. I don't know what I'll fill it with. Maybe some soda, maybe not. Gonna top it all off. I got some sweet chili dipping sauce for my McNuggies. If this was a normal pawn shop, I'd try to haggle them down a little bit, but this is an antique store, and it makes that a lot more difficult because they have to call whoever owns the items. It's possible, it's just a lot of times a headache.
$38.43.
I got $9. The total here is $38, and I feel like that's a pretty good DILL. I'm glad we stopped into this place. And plus, we learned quite a bit about chickens. Is it true that when you chop off a chicken's head, they go running around?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a floating head, huh? Okay, that's why you put the camera on. Interesting.
So we're driving down the road and we see like a thing here. It's a bunch of stuff. We gotta go through it.
Look, anything we do like this, anything we find like this is just perfect for us. We like digging. We're gonna dig through all this stuff. Maybe we find something, maybe we don't.
Hey, there's something. An RF adapter for an NES.
You really excited over an RF cable?
Hey, look, it just tells me that there's video game stuff here, right?
Yes, there was.
Or, I mean, yeah, that's video game stuff. You ain't wrong.
Yeah, it's an RF cable. I mean, who cares? But it tells you there could potentially be more video game stuff here.
It always seems that stuff like this, you're always going to find something video game related, even if it's just, you know, a cable, an RF cable.
I know there has to be more video game stuff here. Where is it? I'm not finding anything, and then all of a sudden I come across a Genesis controller. Interesting. Looks like it's been up someone's butt, but
here you are handling it.
Now this is something. It's useful. It's not just like an RF that nobody uses on their retro games anymore. No, this is actually a useful item, and cha. So she takes $1. She's happy to have it, and I actually got her contact because she says that she apparently has more video game stuff laying around somewhere, and we've heard that a million times before in the past, and it never pans out, like ever.
Not bad, not bad.
Hot Wheels, I don't know. You don't like Hot Wheels?
Sorry, it's a mess right now. You can take it down.
Oh yeah. That's Power of the Force. That's actually sought after.
Even like that?
Not like this, but.
And then Charlie Brown.
So today was really cool. I mean, we just went out for a couple hours and man, I come across something really unique and different. We got to see some creepy stuff. I got to see a Ouija board. We farted. And we got to spend like 15 minutes in the hot sun looking around in boxes to find a Genesis controller. All in all, it was a great day.
I wish Chris were here right now. You know why?
Wait, what? Is that the same shirt or a different shirt?
It's a different shirt. Look.
How do you have a different shirt that looks like that? Oh, that was gray, wasn't it? It is a different shirt.
The other one's blue. This one's black.
Oh, that's one of the other two.
Yeah. Look, when I spend $6 on a shirt, I get my $6 worth, okay? Forget about it. What did we get, a controller and a uforce? And we thought long and hard about a Nintendo 64. Interesting.
You know, think about that. What if you were stuck on Mars and everybody else here on Earth was like in PS6 or some shit like that, and you're just stuck out there with a PlayStation 2.
So we were just at a convention called Southeast Game Exchange, and one of the people there wanted us to hit up their store afterwards. So we're there now. It's called the Video Game Cavern. Let's see what we can find.
What would you do if I just started going through it just like
Exploded like off of Stranger Things and became like a blob? And then just oozed into the back room? Would you be like, what the? This is for awesome. Would you be like, okay. Would you be like, what the hell? Yeah. Or would you just like, that's about right. I'd be like, interesting. You could try really hard to do it. Now, she said that we could actually go into the back.
So, yeah, I mean, what else are we going to do? So we're going to go back there and check it out.
I'm sure this is all older stuff. It's probably all the same stuff that's on the shelf.
Am I looking for anything specific? Not necessarily.
So we're trying to stay out of people's way, and I'm looking here in the back. Oh man, there's a Super Nintendo kiosk. These things were put in places like Walmart and Toys R Us so you could demo and play the new awesome 16-bit Super Nintendo that was coming out.
This is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System countertop display. This display actually uses a Super Nintendo Entertainment System in it.
Yeah, I don't even know what the, like even remotely what the going rate is or something like that.
I don't either. The appeal of that for kids would have been like, oh, look at this, it's future.
Many of us actually played Super Nintendo for the first time on one of these. Now, I actually don't remember ever doing that. This doesn't have a lot of nostalgia for me. I do think it's cool. Would I like to have it? Yeah, I would. But I don't think that I'm going to be able to afford this. I'm not even going to ask on it because I know that these things run at least $3,000 to $4,000.
Man, I got to think about that for a minute. I probably, you know what? I wouldn't just give it to him. F you, Mr. T. I wouldn't just give it to him. I'd be like, it's my game.
So I do actually see something here that I don't have, at least not in the box. Wrath of the Black Manta. This is actually a game that I have some memories of, not because we rented it or had it. There was a kid around my age who brought some Nintendo games, and Wrath of the Black Manta was one of them.
You got dibs anyway, so even if I wanted it, too bad me, so.
No, yeah, it looks great. It's pretty minty. Very, very good condition, actually. It's very minty. Yeah.
I do have some memories of it, and I would like to have it in the box. And they have $40 on it. That flyer said 10% off, right?
Yeah, but did you keep it? Did you keep your flyer?
Son of a bitch. Yeah, it's in the car.
Go get it.
Oh, come on.
What? I said hang on to it.
So they were handing out coupons at the convention. 10% off. You know what?
I did say that.
You know what? That's my fault.
You didn't hear me, but you should.
That's my fault.
Well, the car's outside. So
Is it locked?
I have to go to my car and I can't find my keys. So you're lucky you have your keys. So go get your flight.
Sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't. What are you gonna do? Forget about it.
So you got a 10% discount for that. Do I get another 10% discount for doing this?
It's entertaining. But no.
Okay. What about doing this?
I've seen that enough. This weekend, I've seen that enough.
Apparently that is the way that game chasing goes.
She's doing $40 on it, so I'm happy with that. And with the 10% off, it basically takes care of the taxes on it.
I guess I'd do it. I guess.
Hey, it's a win, and now I have another NES game in the box because you could never have too many.
No, 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 never, 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 never.
N64 kind of sucks, but it's also kind of cool because it's got Ocarina of Time, but it sucks for the most part.
Well, you know the weird thing is I feel more comfortable going out, in a place with hundreds of people, pulling out this huge
bikini. I need to know, like, legitimately, and I'm probably going to put this part on the end of the episode while the credits run. There was a show in the 90s, early 90s, and we would always talk about it when we were in high school. It was called Bikini Open, and that was the theme song. Bikini, bikini, bikini. Nobody knows about it. Nobody believes me when I talk about them. When I talk about it now, Jay, Miller, they do not believe me because it sounds it's ridiculous, right? There's no way that somebody would make that theme song. But it existed, and I've looked online. I cannot find that show. So I need to know, am I experiencing a Mandela effect? Am I going insane? Because I know that show existed, and I need confirmation. Please let me know if you know that show existed, if you grew up and you know what I'm talking about. I've got to have some confirmation and know that I'm not going crazy.